listeners. You are listening to the Inner Child Check-In. Today I have a fellow comedian on the podcast, Malik.
What up?
What's up?
Chilling, hot.
You was as we was talking about being a mental health podcast, you was like, I don't deal with nothing. I ain't never had no mental health problems. Can't relate. I don't smoke. I don't drink. I don't have no coping mechanisms.
I don't say I don't deal with nothing.
Okay.
I say I never had no mental health problems, but I do recognize that it is a real thing. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Just because I didn't experience it, that don't mean it's not happening.
And you know I realize too that it's really levels to it, because I think there's some people who have mental illnesses that are really serious and have to have medications for it, and your brain works a certain way. And I've talked to a lot of people. I haven't been diagnosed with that, but I have to work on my mental health in the way if it was physical health, I'm the type okay, some people can eat a whole bunch and they don't ever gain weight because they have a fast metabolism.
That's me.
I have a slow emotional metabolism too.
So you don't digest quick
at all. Right. It'll take me some time.
So you hold on to grudges.
I gotta get a lot of sleep. I gotta smoke a lot of blunts. I gotta talk to a lot of people about it.
To just let it go.
I gotta see if I can get revenge in some way. It's hard for me to just.
You sound like that's a borderline evil a little bit.
No, because I don't let myself go there, But I'm I have to. But in the same way, if I ate how people who didn't gain weight fast ate, I would be so much bigger. I would be so much. I have to work out. I have to.
But in that same instance, do you also love hard?
Yeah.
Or you did just hate hard?
No, I love her. You can't hate hard if you don't love hard.
Okay, that's
because I don't hate a stranger. I might get mad at a stranger.
Right. But you saying revenge? That's when it gets a little scary.
Because how could you do that to me?
I know, but I feel I don't know how old you are, but I'm
30.
assuming 30. I guess you're still a little young. At my age.
At what age should you stop seeking revenge?
I don't know. I'm just that's what I'm saying. I'm not here to speak. I'm not a psychologist or a therapist or a psychiatrist, but I just know there was a point, and I'm a ride with you on the 30, because I'm pretty sure when I was 30, I probably still was on some revenge stuff. But now I gotta be, for me to seek revenge, it gotta be on you did something to my kids. Other than that, I'm not trying to get no revenge, because then we all realize the revenge is temporary, but then the result of the revenge can be a whole long time for you.
Yeah, and
see, people listen to a lot of rap and watch a lot of movies, think I'm just go shoot that shit up, and then what?
And go to court and go to
you
jail.
Just think that's it? That's it?
No, you're right. And I try to put myself back from there's consequences.
Right. And how they ain't gonna shoot back?
Facts. You're not the only one with a gun.
So it's a certain point you start to realize the universe will take care of it.
I think I really think I'm getting to that point. I've never really been one so big on revenge, because I think it takes so much energy, and I like being productive, and I'm I don't think I'll gain anything from that.
If I get revenge, it got to be well thought out to where I'm gonna, and it got to be huge. You know what I'm saying?
I feel life be on my side so much where it's I don't even have to seek revenge.
Right.
It just be if you playing a video game and something pop up, you just gotta press the X button and you grab the gun.
Right.
It's just there. Life be you could get revenge on this person real quick.
Sometimes I think it'd be a trick.
A test?
Yeah. That'd be the devil be like, I got you, man. Let's go do this.
I never thought about that.
Let's go ride on these fools. This ain't a movie, dog. You know what I'm saying?
My life be feeling like a movie in my mind. Your life don't ever feel like a movie?
You also don't have kids, right?
Nope.
See, so it's a lot. I think, again, like I said, when I was 30, even though I had kids, I had one kid at 30. But when you have kids, if you love your kids and you're not a selfish person, every dumbass decision you make, your kids, you factor your kids into that. For me to go do something crazy and be gone for 7 years, was that worth it?
So this is the inner child check-in, where we're checking in with our inner kid.
Right.
So do you feel like the adults that were around you had that same type of mentality that you have?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, I grew up in the hood. I did a lot of dumb stuff, and I did a lot of stuff to survive, and I fought and did, you did just adolescent stuff. But that's what I'm saying. That's why I asked you your age. At 30, I'm not doing that now.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like right now, I'm not doing that. Like I got too much. Like I do a joke about, I'm not fighting nobody that don't have a mortgage.
Mm-hmm. Facts.
You know, I'm not fighting nobody that ain't got nowhere to be tomorrow.
Yeah.
We both got to be like, all right, that's it. Because I got to go to work. I can't go to work with a black eye. You know what I'm saying? I'm not finna fight no young dude that ain't got no plans.
For real. I had to stop being friends with people who didn't have shit to lose.
Yeah.
Or at least as much as I did.
Because they'll lose your shit for you.
No, like, we'll really be, like, in a club, in a hood, someplace, people about to shoot out, and it's like, y'all really still, even though you're in the industry too and you have dreams, but it's like, you don't feel like you could get fucked up. Like, it's just not worth it at some point. Like, we shouldn't be here right now. Exactly. Like, because when shit go down, I'm like, I really have a lot of shit to lose.
A lot.
Why am I in this situation? Where am I? Why am I here right now?
Well, that's growth, though. So you got.
Yeah, I wish my friends would have had that, though.
You got to apply that same growth to the seeking revenge thing.
I don't want you to think I'm out here being mad. Like,
no, I'm just saying.
I don't think I've ever even gotten revenge. I don't think you.
But the point that you even put yourself in that struggle.
It's a struggle for me.
That's what I'm saying. So you gotta apply that same knowledge of the club to, like, get out of here. I'm not even thinking about that. I'm not gonna sit up here all day and have a miserable day thinking about revenge.
But when I'm hurt, it'd be like,
yeah, when you hurt, but I mean, again,
it's almost like there's a tab. Like, I'm emotionally hurt,
right?
And I'm owed $1,000, and the only payment I'll take is revenge,
right? But
you know what I mean?
$1,000 though. You're gonna take the revenge to.
I'll pay $1,000 to get revenge.
You're gonna take so now you out $2,000, right? So
and still might be going to jail. Don't got shit for the lawyer.
That's like, $2,000 for now, right? You know what I'm saying? So
I don't advise.
At the end of the day, now you might be out $12,000.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm saying. So now what?
I try to kumbaya shit.
To me, if the revenge, that's why I say if I get revenge, it's big. Like if you dead. You dead. I'm not finna be sitting in jail
I gotta go.
And your ass is still here, living your life. You don't healed for whatever I did to you, and you don't moved on. But I'm still in jail. No, you gotta be dead.
But I be scared because I feel like I could go there and I'd be scared to let myself get. So that's why I don't even start.
Right.
I'm like I don't want to have an enemy because if I feel like you're really my enemy, I'm really gonna feel like I gotta handle that. Well, so I'm like, I don't have no problems with nobody for real.
I mean, I feel like unless you doing wild stuff, you in the military, and you shouldn't have no real enemy. You can have people that don't like you. We all got people that don't like us.
Yeah.
But I can't say right now that I have an enemy. Why would I have an enemy? I haven't done anything to somebody to have an enemy. They probably don't like me, which is cool.
But people have made me feel like I'm their enemy.
So what?
But that is growing up because I used to want to fix it.
But then you act accordingly. Like, that's them. That's their problem.
Yeah.
Now that's their mental thing they got to deal with. If I'm not doing anything to actively stop your progress, stop your life, stop your breathing, I'm not your enemy.
But what if somebody accuse you of that?
So what?
You better than me. I'd be like, how could you?
So what you gonna spend the rest of your week trying to prove to them that you? If they have that thought, if I think you're my enemy, one act of kindness is not gonna make me think, oh, she's not.
True.
So how long is it gonna take?
True.
You know what I'm saying? Like if I think you're my enemy and you one thing you do, I'm gonna be like, nah, she trying to let me put my guard down.
Yeah. It's facts. I've learned. I'm like, if somebody want to have a problem with me, they're just gonna have a problem with me. And there's really nothing I can do until they decide they just don't have a problem with me.
Or you just,
Because I know I ain't even do shit for real.
Or you might have done something. But at the end of the day, it's still kind of like, because we all have done something.
I didn't do anything notable.
Ain't nobody out here
I would know if I really fucked somebody over. Like, yeah, I fucked you over. And I would know that I did it.
Right.
But, like, you're accusing me of shit that's like, that's not even true. That's not what I was thinking. That's not what happened. Like, what?
Right. That's why you just got to keep it pushing, man.
But we're trying to, these are as adults, us dealing with these emotions. But, in going through the therapeutic journey and learning so much about mental health, I really learned a big component of you being a successful adult really is being able to understand what your subconscious has picked up and decided to be. You know, because when you're a kid, you have natural likes and interests, and as life starts to go on, you tailor yourself to your life experiences, to who's around you, to this. And there's so much more power and freedom in just really going back and understanding who you just naturally are.
Right.
And giving empowerment to that kid and that person that didn't have it at the time because they was a kid. Mm-hmm. So exploring just how you started to pick stuff up, like if kids picked on you on something at school, you know, or if you felt insecure about something, what adult would you talk to about it, and how would that conversation go?
You know what? I don't think I even ever talked to any adults when we all got picked on in school. Even the coolest kid at some point wasn't the coolest kid. Mm-hmm. We all went through stuff. I don't know if I talked to any adults about it, but what I always thank God for is my sanity and this weird strength of never being weak enough to be a follower. Mm-hmm. So I never was a follower, so things never really. I was always like, I grew up in the hood, like in Miami, Opelika to be exact. Drug dealers, strippers, you know, the whole. And a couple of my friends sold dope. I always had this weird thing of how I look at things. They sold dope, but we all still live with our mom. I wore the same clothes they wore. We both didn't have cars sometimes at the same time. So I was like, these chances they've taken is not separating.
You're big on risk and reward, I see.
Yes.
Yeah, which is...
You know what I'm saying? So I used to be like, I wanted to sell dope, but I wanted to be the guy. Like, I was like, how you get to be the guy? I don't want to be out here in front of the store. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah,
I never dabbled. I sold dope for one day, and I was just like, dude, I've been out here all day. Like this, nah, I'm not feeling this.
It
right
gotta
here.
be an easy way. Some corporation would pay me per
how
hour.
Can I just get to be the higher? So I think with that mindset, it always helped me to be like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, like even with kids younger, like a lot of my friends some of them started smoking weed and then stopped going to class. I'm just like, why you can't smoke weed and go to class? I don't understand why you can't do both. Like, how long you got to smoke weed for 6 periods? It's like, that's a lot of weed. You know what I'm saying? So
it is a lot.
I was supposed to be like, there could be a balance. I did all the crazy, but there could be a balance. You know what I'm saying?
But who, as a kid, like, where did this influence from that come? Was it just internal?
I think it was probably my household. You know, I come from I was born and raised in Miami, but my family's Haitian, and it was more of a, you work hard, you do right. That's what I saw. You know what I'm saying? I was kind of like the kid that ran wild and out of my house. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, I never had no desire, like smoking. I never really got the concept of smoking. But people smoke, it's cool, it's whatever. Like, I don't care. Like, I don't judge nobody that smokes. I'm like, I don't care. It's just not for me. When I have the issue is when people act like something wrong with you because you don't do what they do. Like, dude, that's your thing. Do your thing. We still cool. I don't have to smoke. Like, I don't drink. I always see people like, man, have a drink with me. Like, dude, have your drink. We still here together. Well, I got a drink too.
Yeah.
Like, I don't want to drink. I'm here with you though. Like, I don't have to drink. We don't share a mouth.
I feel like with that, because if you are a non-imbiber or
right.
under the influence type of person, like, for instance, my family, really nobody else in my immediate family really smokes like that no more.
Right.
Like, my little brother did, but my mom don't. My dad stopped
right.
like years and years before he
so
had us.
I'm
the only one smoking weed in my immediate family. Like,
right.
cousins, extended uncles, but like my mom, sisters, brothers. So I be feeling judged, you know, and I had to fight for my right to like smoke and it not be a problem.
Right.
And coming from such a strict background and them being judgy of things that could not be, you know, if you grow up Christian and you grow up in a way, it's like there's rules,
right.
this is what you do, you please God in this way, you don't have sex before marriage, you don't smoke, you don't drink, you don't masturbate, you don't gossip, you don't this, you don't that, you can't do anything. And I would feel ashamed of it, and I got to the point of like,
and then you did all that stuff.
Yeah.
We all did all that.
We all do, but the point is, don't make your kids or people, even my niece and nephew, feel bad about it because you don't teach them the right way to do it.
Well, I'm going to tell you like this. You saying that as somebody with that, you got to give your kids some kind of grounding and some kind of, you can't just be like, yeah, go out there and do all that. That's cool. You can't say that.
No, it's not that. Okay, so I would say once they get, especially even of age, because even once you turn 18, like I don't know how your older kids are, but like even when I turned 18, my mom was still treating me like
Where were you
I'm 13.
Were you acting 13? That's you leaving that part out.
No, I
Of
just
course you're
would be
gonna say
doing things
no.
like staying over a guy's house for the first time
You had
at
a job?
21.
You had a job?
Yes, I was working. I
You
was making
staying
money.
at your mom's house?
At that time, no, I had my
18?
own place.
At 18.
Not at 18, at 21 when I actually started dating people.
Okay, but what I'm saying, you said at 18 she was treating you like 13.
Yeah, she still was.
What's
but
the
even
big
when
difference
I moved
between
out,
18 and 13?
Okay, it's
As
just
a
5
parent,
years.
as a parent, I'm just telling you, like it's as a parent, you still can't do nothing for yourself.
You don't think that there's overbearing parents?
Of course, there's overbearing parents. Of course,
Were your parents more overbearing or underbearing in a way of like freedom or restriction?
I was pretty cool and I was pretty, you know what I'm saying, slick with what I did. You know what I'm saying? But like my son, like for instance, I don't drink or smoke. My son smokes and drink. It's nothing I could. It's nothing that I did to make him do that. I think people have their own personalities. Like as a parent, as a whatever counselor, older sister, older brother, you can tell people everything you want to tell them, but people have their own makeup, and they're gonna be what they're gonna be. You know what I'm saying? All you could do is give them knowledge and guidance and wisdom and advice. Even with I'm sure your homegirls, you've probably had a homegirl like, girl, that nigga ain't shit. Mm-hmm. She ain't gonna leave him till she leave him.
Ready, yeah.
Right. So even with my kids, my son, I'm just like, his mom, me and his mom don't smoke. Like, where the hell you get this from? And he does it.
When he first started doing it, were you trying to convince him not to?
When he first started doing it, he was still living in Florida. He went to jail 3 times. The third time I told him, I was like, dude, I'm not bailing you out no more. You know what I'm saying? So now he lives here now. So now he get to smoke all like you know what I'm saying? But
are you one of those parents that could actually stand on the door and see their kid be in jail and be like, no, I'm really not gonna bail you out? Or are you one of those that's
no,
like,
the third
I'll
time,
say it?
no, I meant that. Because it's not about, I'm not one of those parents like, oh, you out here smoking. He not doing, you know.
But I mean, just stand on the.
No, of course.
Let you learn that lesson, even though I really want to help you. And I want to save you.
I meant that.
I'm not gonna save you. I'm not gonna let you drown, but I'm not gonna save you.
Because what am I? If I keep bailing him out, what am I? What is he learning? There are consequences in life. Some things. I believe there's 2 type of learners. I'm the type of person. If you told me, Malik, don't go down that street, it's a bunch of coyotes. They gonna bite your ass. Some people gotta go down that street. I'm gonna be like, oh, bet. I'm not going down that street. My son is a different type of person. He got to go through it. So that third time, I told him, I say, dude, he know, cause
I'm like, I'll go down the street, but they not gonna come. The coyotes not gonna come out till sunset.
Right.
So they don't come out till sunset, and I go at 12. There's not gonna be no coyotes.
And then
that's the quickest way to. I want to go down there. I'm in a car. I can't. You know, I just.
And then you get towed up.
Yeah.
But that's what I'm saying. Some people, and you got to realize, different people, different personalities. You got to be like, I gave the information. Mm-hmm. It's out of my hands now. That's with my son right now. It's a lot of things I tell him. I'm like, as your father, I have to tell you these things, and then after that, you're grown, and it's out of my hands, bro. You know what I'm saying? And whatever comes of that, you might just have to, unless it's dire, I'm gonna watch you just like with babies. What people do with babies? They throw them in the pool and they swim, right?
But I could never throw my baby in the pool because I'm like, what if?
Well, you would go get them.
Can you save a baby with it? Like, I don't know. Like, how do they breathe in water? How big are they lungs?
Nobody gonna drown in 2 seconds. But what I'm saying is, you know, certain people have different personalities, and you have to learn, even with your friends, because you got more than one friend probably, and you got to know, like, I can talk to this friend this way, I can approach this friend that way. Mm-hmm. You can't approach everybody the same. Now, I want to ask you, you say, so you smoke every day?
Yeah. Okay,
so with people who smoke every day, which is, again, I don't care, I don't judge, mm-hmm. but there was a point you didn't smoke every day. Because you wasn't... I
started smoking at 16.
Yeah, but you was 15, you wasn't smoking every day. You was 14, you wasn't smoking every day. You was 12, you wasn't smoking every day. So I be want to know, what's the difference?
The difference was, one, I really, really, like, I smoked a little bit, and then I was kind of like, I'm cool on it. And then when I came out to LA and I had to be on set all fucking day, and I had to be around so many people I didn't like, and I had to do so much shit, so much waiting time, so much, and you just get older. My brain started working more. I had more awareness, and to me, it really calms me down and it makes me normal.
Okay.
Because if I don't smoke, I'm be like, I'm anxious. I'm gonna be like, I'm gonna be overthinking things. I'm gonna this. I can't create. I can't think of what's funny to me. I can't think about what's happy to me. Like I'm just like, I have too much energy and I'm anxious. So when I smoke, it slows my thoughts down. I can talk to people. I can be more patient. I can deal with life a little more. So I'd be like, whoa, that ain't that bad. So I'll give me that.
So no, it's not. I just be trying
because it don't make me sleepy.
I just be trying to understand people who smoke like that. You know what I'm saying? Because it's interesting to me. You know. So what I'm trying to understand is, so if somebody's dating you,
they gotta smoke.
Well, not even that, but I'm just trying to understand, like, who's the real you though? Because now, if we go somewhere, let's say we went to, I don't know, Egypt, and we can't get weed for a week vacation, who am I gonna be with?
Me, I would say me, 21, 23, it was not good. Me now, I know what it has to feel like to travel and do without it, and I can, like, supplement it with, like, heavy meditation. But I have to be in, like, a low triggering environment. I have to really, like, be kind of by myself. Like, I can't take too much in. I'm not going to be as sociable. I'm not going to be as friendly. Yeah, I'm going to be like, because people can irritate me really quickly because I'm really aware, so I notice everything. So I'd be like, I notice people's energy. I notice what people say. I read people really well. So I'm just always taking in so much information.
Is that really it? Or maybe you just get annoyed quick? Or you just kind of like putting a positive spin on it?
I just think I'm really
you
hyper.
The asshole.
I'm not an asshole. Like I'm patient with people. I don't like when people don't do normal shit. Like if you in line, like respect my personal space.
Right, of course.
Don't cut people in line. Like getting off the
of
airplane here, I'm getting off the aisle and the people behind you, they think they could just do this.
Right.
So I'm waiting like.
Well, that's everybody.
But I had to tell the people, I'll be sitting there, like, I'm trying to get on an aisle and the person coming. I was like,
Right.
But I was so proud of myself because I was like, you just said, And normally, I've been in that same situation in planes, and before they even try to cut me off, I'm like, you need to back up because I'm da-da-da-da-da. I'm cussing them out before they even do it. So I'm growing because now I'm like, I wait.
So you just need to work on not being rude.
I'm not rude. I'm from New York.
That's bullshit.
We talk to people a certain
do
way.
that. I don't. No, you don't. No, you don't.
Well, it's not because
I don't do that in New York.
Like, it wouldn't be rude
I don't
to
do
me.
that in New York. I'm a Pisces bullshit. People kill me with that. Based on what month you was born, that don't make
matters.
you. No, it does not matter.
It does matter.
That's all bullshit.
It matters.
It doesn't.
Even coming back,
people pick and choose who they be from New York with. Because if you was on a big movie set, this was your big break, and Scorsese was the director, your ass would be like, well, I'm from New York. Your ass will calm the fuck down. People pick and choose when I'm a Pisces. It's bullshit.
I really be calm, and I really, until he say something that I really am just like, and
so then you're never gonna be able to coexist with people, basically, because people, how dare somebody say something to you?
It's not that. It's the attitude. Like, it's like, I don't know. Some people, because here's the thing. I'm a really good fucking person. I don't disrespect people. Like, when I come into an area, I give people space. I'm kind to people. I'm emotionally invested in other people. I show people love. I'm really, at least to my knowledge, a nice, cool ass fucking person.
So I bet Jeffrey Dahmer thought the same thing about himself.
To my knowledge, I ain't that fucking bad.
I ain't even eat this dude. I'm a pretty cool person. You know what I'm saying? Like, everybody.
So to me, I feel like if somebody else come at me with energy or disrespect or something, I'm like, damn, I don't come like that. Right. So when you disrespect or you do something rude, I'm like, what the fuck?
I get that. I just don't say it's because you're from New York.
It is though.
No, it's not. You think just because somebody, like, that whole...
Because that's how everybody was on the East Coast. Like, you can't, like, stare at a bitch for too long. She's like, what are you looking at? Like, it's certain things. Like, people was not friendly. Coming out to LA, I'm like, why is bitches smiling at me?
But I don't think...
The fuck? Why are y'all friendly? Like, that's...
So, you think...
People aren't as friendly on the East Coast.
Friendly is a flaw?
it was very weird to me for a long time. Now I enjoy it,
So
and
it
I
seemed
enjoy
like-
that I come from a place of not being friendly.
So you had the flaw, not them. You was damaged.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah.
It's not a badge of honor.
But I also feel like it ain't the best to always be friendly, and people don't need to always talk. Like sometimes, especially if it's a line, keep the line pushed. Stop talking. Go do your shit.
Right. Right.
Walk. Talk. Move.
Here's the
and
bad
people be like,
thing.
oh, I'm just friendly.
Here's the bad thing.
So that's what I mean, New York, like I say.
Here's what sucks for you. You got to share this world with other people.
I hate it.
And you have no control. Well, you want to be the only one here?
I would pick like my
Who
top
would be
15.
listening to this?
Yeah, no, I know, right?
So it sounds like,
maybe my top 15 people on earth.
You at least you're in a space where you, like you said, you know your triggers, which is that's a big step. You know what I'm saying? You got to know. Like I know my triggers. You know what I'm saying?
What's your triggers?
Like it's just I don't have I'm not damaged like that, but you know what I'm saying?
Oh my God, you said I'm damaged?
No, I'm not. I'm just saying
no,
I'm
you
not
pointed
damaged.
at me and said I'm not damaged like that.
I'm talking to you. But I know certain things that like irritate me. So like you say, why are we here? Why would I put myself in a place where, you know what I'm saying, like I don't want to be, like I'm not going to be in a club like that. Like for what? I don't want to be there. Why would I be there? And then, like you say, I'm going to be like, oh, look at this, look, why they playing?
But to be fair, I'm like, when I really want to paint the picture, because it wasn't like even a club. It was really like a room in the hood that they turned into a party club.
Right.
There was a leak in the ceiling. So in the middle of this party room club, there's a bucket in the middle of the floor.
Right.
With the ceiling leaking.
Well, that's on
but
you, though.
they frying shit up in the bag. It's turned the fuck up. It's and I learned, because I moved to Dallas. I learned in Texas, anything that's like BYOB or like bring your own liquor or bring your own shit.
Right.
Come with some people, like it ain't.
So
people gonna be bringing their own shit to be fucked up. It is like, oh, these are But you go with people who are from there, people who friends with, and I'm like, this.
So you think
when I was maybe 16 and I had shit to lose, I loved house parties. I loved turning up with shit that ended in a fight and gunshot. He was like, we outside. Now I'm like, oh no, I really gotta.
Right.
People die. After seeing people die, seeing people really get fucked, I'm like, oh.
Well, that's growth. I mean, that's wisdom, and that only comes with time. Because people can be smart. That don't mean they wise.
Yeah.
There's a lot of smart wise. There's a lot of smart dumb people out here.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? When you young, that's what we do. We risk it all. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like we do dumbass stuff and think it's cool, and then you get older, you be like, ooh, no, I ain't gonna do that.
When is one of the first times you remember growing up and like seeing a consequence of your decision?
Consequence of my decision? Shit, my son.
That's he was like, oh, life is real. Yeah. Like,
if you don't pull it out, oh Lord, you get okay. All right, so you gotta pull it out. If you leave it in there, you get a kid. You know what I'm saying? I had a couple close calls, violent situations, and it's just like, like you say, it's not till years later, I'm like, I can't believe I was there. I can't believe I did that. I could still be in prison right now. You know what I'm saying? So, it was grace of God. Somebody was praying for me, and then I made it, and I don't take that lightly. You know what I'm saying? So, I appreciate that. I didn't have to pay the ultimate price for all the stupid stuff that I did. You know what I mean? So it's just a blessing. I mean, some people didn't have that. A lot of people I went to school with not here no more.
I didn't even think about it till now, and I'm like, I think maybe one of the big first consequences for me, it was like one of my friend's 14-year-old birthday. I don't know how we had spray paint. I'm not even an artistic person. I can't even do graffiti. Mm-hmm. But when I tell you it was her birthday, we 14, we walked around all these spray paint. We walk into a restaurant for her birthday, spend our little allowance money. On our way to the restaurant, we're spray painting every fucking, like, sides of buildings, bridges, everything we walk by. We went, happy birthday, bitch. Like, we just... By the time we get to the restaurant, the cop stopped us and was like, we heard y'all. Because we had a half-mile walk. This whole half-mile, we're just tagging everything up. Daylight.
Right.
Daylight.
Dumb.
And I'm just 14, and I was like, oh, it is illegal to do this. And we definitely got in trouble. Right. We didn't get to go to the birthday dinner. Our parents was like, what the fuck are you doing? And now when I see why you got to be at least 18 to buy spray paint, I get it.
Right.
So, yeah, that was like a consequence thing where I'm like, what the fuck made me think I could just go around spray painting public property at Fort? I would never do that now, but that's just.
I mean, you was 14.
I didn't see no consequences.
Yeah, you was 14. But I think the problem is when people are 30 and still have that mind frame. That's a mental illness to me.
Yeah.
That's a mental illness. And you got a lot of grown kids walking around here.
For sure.
There's a lot of grown kids.
For sure. And I think when I think about still immature shit that I do, a lot of it still does stem from my childhood of like doing things that I wasn't allowed to do.
Right.
And being like, what's that like? You know, because my mom did say that I was like the only kid of her kids that would be like, you say the oven is hot, don't touch it. You're gonna be like, let me touch it real quick.
And sometimes that can go, you know, to your benefit, and sometimes it could go against you. You just got to have that healthy balance, because I think most great people, most great artists, most people who are great at anything, they risk takers.
Yeah, that's
you know what I'm saying. But if you have that balance, that mature balance, how to balance that, I am gonna walk down that street because it's 12 o'clock and the coyote's probably not out there. You know what I'm saying?
Because I gotta get to the other end of it. You know, It's like that determination.
Because I remember I seen this thing. They said it was this at one point. I forgot what the time was, but let's just say it was nobody had ran a 5-minute mile, and everybody was just like, "Yeah, you can't run a 5-minute mile." Till one dude came and did the shit in 4, and then everybody was like, "Oh shit, well maybe you can run a 4-minute mile." So it's always got to be that one person that, but it's got to be a healthy balance. You can't apply that to every second of your life, because then that's gonna be disaster. You know what I mean? So your attitude it's cool to have your attitude. You just if you can balance it out, I think the sky's the limit. You know what I'm saying? But if you don't be careful, you know what I'm saying? It's like if you're a race car driver, you know, you can win and you can also crash burn.
The fuck out.
Yeah.
Real quick.
Yeah.
Yeah. So. And it is. I think it is good when it's like when you use that in that ambition and that I'll try even if it is hot. Let me see, because I got to get this done.
Right.
When it's self-motivated and something kind of more you can control. But I think when it comes to other people, I'm learning to be like, no, read the warning labels.
Right.
That shit say it's flammable. Don't mix that with your fiery spirit. Like, you know, read the warning labels of other people.
You just gotta know, like, all right, okay, that's too risky.
Yeah.
That's you know, that's where I apply my risk and reward.
Yeah.
Like I'm sure you saw the video of them dudes just broke in Nordstrom's and
took it.
And I'm just like,
there's so many of those pop.
And I'm just like, okay, so you got 4 bags and you can't sell them at market price. So
you really are risking a lot.
A lot.
Yeah.
And then you know if they catch it's a lot of y'all, but if they catch the right one, all y'all gone.
Because you think they're gonna tell anybody?
Yeah. Fuck yeah.
Listen, I ain't going over some Chanel bags. So and so did it. Yeah.
But it was Nordstrom, so it wasn't even no Chanel bags. That's what I'm saying.
It was just some.
It's Gucci, whatever. It's out. MCM. I'm just like.
But that
who finna give you top dollar for a stolen MCM bag?
Yeah. I think a lot of times, and things too, like, I'm always down to risk it for my career.
Right.
I'm always down to risk shit because, especially in the industry we're in, the reward could be high. I'm like, the industry's like a fucking casino, and you just gotta hit the slot machines. You never know when your shit gonna go viral. You never know when your shit gonna hit. You never know when you gonna get that call back. I'm like, it's just a casino. But you're gambling, but it's like you could win the fucking jackpot any day. So I'm willing to gamble with that. But yeah, with people and with how I love people, when I bring them close to me, I'm like,
Well, everybody can't be close to you. That's the key.
I learned that.
Yeah, that's always been me. Like, I know a lot of people. I don't have a lot of friends. I know a lot of people. I'm cool with a lot of people. A lot of people don't know where I live.
Yeah, I wouldn't say I'm like overly friendly, because I'm not an overly friendly, like, bring you so close. But when I found people that I fucked with and I just really liked and clicked with, I would just bring them so close. And I'm the type where it's like, we're in each other's lives now. Like, nope, we're involved. We're talking every day now. Like, friends, we're there. I know I'm meeting your family, you're meeting my, like, I get involved. I turn friends to family, like, bring you close because I like you. But I'm like, no, that just because you like people and you feel a spark with them, like, we're the same. No. like be cool with people. Don't be like you got to be really careful.
Right. Yeah, it could go either way too, though. I mean, I'm always in the mindset of don't change who you are. You know what I'm saying? Just change who's around you. You know what I'm saying? If you a lovable person and you like to bring people close, don't turn into this cold-hearted person for what?
Mm-hmm.
Don't block your blessings of great people that can be around you. Just be mindful of who's around you. You know what I'm saying? But I wouldn't change if you got a lovable heart and you got a big heart. Don't close it off to the world. Guess you're supposed to share that. You just gotta just know, just like you ain't gonna share your coochie with everybody.
Yeah.
So kind of like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and I guess with emotions, they feel different than physical, but it's like you literally could love people so much it can make you physically sick, even if you don't fuck with them. Like friends and shit, it's like, yeah, you give so much. At least for me, like it's like, ugh.
Right, but at 30, I mean, you know, I don't know how your life is set up. Ain't too much new friends all the time.
Not now, no.
If you're at 30, you got a bunch of new friends coming and going, then something
now is trying to hold on to the friendships that I've built over the last 10 years.
Right.
But we're having more complications as friendships and we're trying to deal with, but I've cut off a lot of people that I've been like, I can't have this toxic shit in my life. Like, I just can't.
You gotta
like,
be smart, yeah.
But then I be feeling sad because I'm like, damn, I really liked fucking with them.
But I think when we get to this, you get
but
to your
you
age,
have kids. That's why I want to have a baby.
But I feel like
so I wouldn't give a fuck about nothing else because I'd be like, I got a kid. I got to focus on my kid.
But when you get
to
you get to a certain age, you know, you just gotta understand what the friendships are. We not in college anymore, so our friendships aren't daily like they used to be. You know what I'm saying?
It's not daily. And a lot of these people are in the industry.
Right, but even then, it's still not daily. Like, dude,
it's not.
I have, you know what I'm saying, one of my friends is, you know, Naeem, and me and this, we won't talk forever, but because he got his family, I got my family, but it's still my dog, you know, that's my man. You know, I got my friend Sean Larkins. We don't talk for 2 months.
Yeah, and I love those friendships.
Right.
And I do have,
and these are my close friends.
And that is an adult friendship where it's like you doing your shit, I'm doing my shit, but we fuck with each other.
Yeah, tight. If one of them call me, if I call them, I know they got me.
But what I mean is, especially in this industry, and everybody trying to climb, it'd be a lot of hating. It'd be a lot of people like, I was a cheerleader, as you know, because we're on the inner child check-in. I was a cheerleader my whole fucking kid to high school experience. So I love cheering people on. Like, I really believe the louder I scream, the better the team would play.
Right.
Like, in my heart of hearts.
My daughter's a cheerleader now.
So I'm the cheerleader friend where I'm screaming from the bleachers, yes, go, get it, hey.
But listen what you just said. So keep doing it from the bleachers. You don't have to be next to them.
Right. On the court, like.
Just from the bleachers. That's the thing. That's the key. You can scream from the bleachers. You don't.
But I'd be like, but when you get something, you don't even want to give me 2 snaps. Like, you don't want to acknowledge it. You don't want to.
You just got to be okay with that. So
But I'm not okay with it because.
But me and you friends, right?
Mm-hmm.
I got something, you cheering from the bleachers. Mm-hmm. Then you book something, and I'm just like, oh, that's what's up. That's dope. Whether I cheer for you or not, did you book it? Did you get it?
I did.
Okay, that's the
But
win.
now I want to find new friends that cheer for me like I cheer for my friends.
I understand that, but
that's what I want.
Right, but you can't expect you from other people.
I can't, but I can choose not to have you be considered my close friend.
You can. That's the whole thing.
And that's what I've had to do.
The thing is, if you don't depend on that cheer, when you don't get it, it doesn't matter. It should be a bonus.
No, it's required.
Is your mom going to cheer?
Absolutely.
Is your dad going to cheer?
Every single time.
All right, then.
Every single time.
How much cheerleaders you need? Don't stop you depending on people's claps.
I'm not depending on it. It just, what it does is it makes me be like, I don't want to cheer for you. But like you said, it turns me into somebody I'm not.
That's what I'm saying. So you shouldn't. See, the thing is, it's like with me, I do this with money. If I let somebody borrow some money, in my mind, I gave it to them.
That's a good way to look at it.
So it's like, if I cheer for you, I cheered for you. I'm not cheering for you to cheer for me back.
I'm not, but I know that it feels good, and I see that it makes you feel good. So even when, And I've been in situations where it's like, bro, I'm fucked up and I'm going through so much shit. The last thing I want to hear about is somebody else's good news, but I've learned to be like, somebody else's good news has nothing to do with the bad news that's going on in your life, and I can separate the two and be so genuinely fucking happy for you. And I'm great at giving people advice and being like, here's how you play your cards, here's what you do. Like, my friends will hit me up to be like, I got a situation, how should I play it type shit.
Right.
Hey, I'm about to send this treatment in. You're a writer, punch it up. You my friend, I'm not charging you. I charge other people. I'm not charging you. Like, I help people for real.
Mm-hmm.
So if I'm not getting it back, I'm just at the point where, and because for my 20s, I saw what it felt like to not get it back. It was torment. It started to make me feel like I didn't deserve it when I do.
So
I deserve people to cheer for me.
Well, let's talk today, right now. Do you have people that cheer for you now?
Yeah, the ones I kept close.
Okay,
Yeah.
then there it is.
Yeah.
You don't need a whole, you know what I'm saying? So long as you got your little core that cheers for you, that's all you need. And everybody else is extra. You know what I mean? If you ordered fries and you got all your fries, they threw one curly one in there, okay, bet. But you can't just go.
You get a little extra like, oh shit, y'all put an onion ring in this bitch again.
You can't order fries and be looking for the onion ring. Like, you ordered fries. You know what I'm saying? So you can't just, you want this. It's basically, to me, in my opinion, you have this unrealistic college attitude in adult life. That's not real life. That was college. That was high school. Ain't no grown-ups walking around here with 15 friends on a daily.
No. I don't have 15 friends. Like, I've only kept at most 3 to maybe 5. Like, I have like a top 5.
3, 4
like, I
people,
had a top 5 of friends. Now I'm down to 3.
If you got 3 people cheering for you, that's pretty fucking awesome.
Yeah.
I mean, genuinely want to see you win. That's pretty fucking good.
Yeah. And it's a year to establish these friendships. We've had our ups and downs. But I value them so much because I've had bad friends.
Right.
I've had people who wouldn't cheer for me and hated on me. I had people who didn't want to see me win. I had people who didn't want to help me with shit. So now I'm like, damn, I really value.
So it sounds like you got your revenge by
Success
having
is
3 good friends.
Is it a revenge?
Yes.
I guess.
Are you happy?
Yeah, I really am.
That's the revenge.
Like, more than ever, I'm like.
So that's the revenge.
Because I used to be at a place where I would keep people around who weren't good for me in a way of like, yeah, I guess needing their validation or wanting it. And I got to the point where I'm like, bro, I don't need nobody except for people who really are.
Being happy is the revenge.
Yeah.
That's the revenge.
Yeah.
That's the best revenge. For somebody who know they did you something and you walk around here living, laughing, enjoying life, smoking good. That's the revenge.
See, now you make it smoking seem cool. Like,
you know
see, I feel less judged now. I mean, like, that's what you edited.
No, I'm not
Thank
saying,
you.
I'm like, I don't smoke, but I'm like, if that's what you do, then you do it and you do it happy and you enjoy it and you do your thing. That's the revenge to me. Like, I'm not going to sit out here. My revenge is, you know how a lot of people like, oh, I'm going to block this person. I ain't blocking shit. You gonna see this glow and this happiness and this life. Even if I'm sad, you'll never know it from my Instagram. I ain't finna put that out there. For what? Why would I want to put sadness into the world?
For sure.
You know what I'm saying? Like, and I know some people, you know, that's probably their way of, that's their outlet. So I don't judge. That's cool. But for me, I'm not trying to put that into the world.
Yeah, and I think there's different types of people because some people need to see other people sad because they don't feel comfortable being sad themselves. So it actually is therapeutic to see other people cry about things that you feel like you shouldn't have cried about, and you see somebody else breaking down about it.
Right.
It kind of makes you be like, oh, so I'm not weak for wanting to be sad about that. So shout out to the people who are able to cry on camera and really show that vulnerable human emotion.
I don't look for it for me. I'm not doing it.
I don't know if I could ever I don't know if I could ever really post it. I have to be like,
if you see me crying on camera, it would be in a situation like this.
Where I just got caught, but I couldn't record
I'm not gonna be like, I'm not
and be
gonna
the
be
one
like,
to post it.
I'm not gonna
and
do
watch
that.
me back crying and be like, you know.
Yeah, and then put a filter on the cry. You know what I mean? But again, I don't know what people go through, and I don't know what people need to release to not go do something crazy.
Right, no,
for all
real.
you know, that crying on camera could have saved them from
running somebody over.
Yeah, you know, so, but it's not for me. But I mean, however you need to do what you got to do to keep your peace and not hurt people, hey man, do your thing. You know what I mean? But you know, that's why we have so many different outlets, and like we all got vices.
What's your vice?
I don't know. You know what I tend to do?
People,
I
and I
tend
won't
to
put this
shop.
on you. Oh, okay. Okay, that's not bad.
When I'm going through stuff, it can be. If
Because
you don't,
I'm like,
if I don't
normally
monitor,
guys I met who don't smoke or drink sex be their vice.
yeah, but not
like,
so much
I know guys
now.
who be like, I don't smoke, I don't drink nothing, but sex is like, I'm like, that's such a big ass vice for you though.
That's a big ass vice. You know?
And that's why you can't smoke or drink, because you be wow, like, oh my God. So everybody does have their own vice.
I think shopping for
and
me,
food is
not so much food. I'm not, but shopping, and I think we all have sex. But yeah, I guess if you're going through, but you know it's kind of crazy because if I'm really going through some real stuff, I don't want to do that.
But you think that's just you being more mature, or you think even in your 20s you was like,
if I'm messed up, it's hard for me to be on some sex vibes. You know what I'm saying? Like that don't be. You know, I mean, I would have sex, but that's not like, oh, I need to have sex because I'm going through this. That's not my thing. You know, but again, you know what I'm saying? Everybody got their thing. You know what I'm saying?
I think it's a good fix for a lot of things. I do
think
be thinking that.
I think it does calm you down. So release, you can think clear sometimes. Like it's almost like when you. I always be like, you know, sometimes for especially for younger dudes, you think you're in love till you bust that nut. You be like, wait, I don't love her.
I just needed to.
Yeah, I just needed to bust.
But I see, like, you know, it's like, I don't know, like, if I'm fucking with somebody, I'm dating somebody, and they going through, they had a hard day, or they go through some shit, it's like, making them, right, physically feel good. It's like, shit, you might be a little sad, but you still feel a little better. Like, it's a good distraction. It's a good endorphin release. Like,
but again, it's the timing, too. It's like, for instance, you know, my mom passed in 2021. Me and you dating. My mom passed. You can't be trying to fuck me that night. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying. It's kind of like that's not what I'm on right now. You know what I mean? So that's why I was like, you gotta you gotta learn how to read the room.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Nigga maybe lost a job. Okay, yeah, let me give you some head. But somebody's mom died. They like, girl, what the fuck you? Come on now, for real. But then again,
I've had it two different ways. Like one, the first guy I was dating, because I started having sex late. So it's like when 21 was my first experience. This guy is my relationship, and like his nephew had passed. But again, he's my first partner, so I'm still like picking up on the sexual cue. So I was trying to like do shit, and he kind of was. I'm like, is it me? Like, what's wrong with me? He's like, my nephew.
Exactly.
But I was like, so you just don't want to have sex with me? Like, he's like,
that could have went real bad. Yeah.
And I was like, and then a few years later, and once I started doing it more, and I wasn't so like first, I'm a virgin, I'm attached to you, and I was like, oh my God, I was wilding. I can't believe. And then when I started dealing with death with family members, I'm like, yo, I was out of pocket.
Would have been done.
But then I was fucking with somebody else, and like his stepmom, somebody who was like close to him, like, you know, his people or whatever, his mom had passed, and I'm like, he still wanted to do that. And then after he's like, that really helped. Like that helped take my mind off it.
I mean, you gotta. It's like, it's fine to throw it out there, but once the person say no, you gotta respect that to be like, you know, you can't be like, oh, it's me, you. What the fuck are you talking about? Like, you know what I'm saying? And then I don't know. I never had a stepmom, so I'm not gonna try to compare the two, but I would assume a stepmom is not a mom.
Right, so it's a little different.
You know
than
what I'm saying? Yeah,
a nephew and a kid. And
yeah.
No, I was definitely out of pocket, but I was just young. I didn't get it.
Right.
And now I'm like, oh my God.
Yeah, me and you'd have been done. What the fuck are you talking about? Is it you? Like that's so selfish. Like really everything is about you. You know what I mean? Like my mom is gone. And you trying to fuck? Like, bruh. Yeah. Yeah, that's it. I mean, yeah, you should make that a joke. That's pretty insane. But you grew.
I have grown now because I was kind of like, at that time it was a little more suggestive of like, what do you need? Right. And like, you know, like, okay, well, yeah.
It is you was coming from a good place. I think the line was crossed when he said no and you was like, it's me. I think that's where they went bad.
But I didn't understand it. Like, I was genuinely like, how could you not desire me?
Because it is a hard situation dealing with somebody that's dealing with a death. Because you don't know what to, and depending on who it is, you don't know what to say or what to do. All you could do is literally just be there next to them.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, you don't know. You kind of like lost for words yourself. You just kind of like, you don't want to say the wrong thing. You know what I mean? So.
No, for real.
It's tough. it's tough on both ends because they going through it and you wish you could do something, but ain't nothing you could do about it.
But you do hope at that time though that your partner, whoever you're going through, seeing go through this grief, can really be in touch with what they need. Because even some people going through grief be like, I just want to be left alone. I want to be left alone. But if you really sat with yourself and really were in touch with your emotions, you would know, no, actually I need somebody to be here with me and I need to receive. Like I actually don't. I'm just pushing people away, but that's not what I need. But what I'm saying I need and what I actually need, and the people around you could be like, bruh, you're drowning. Like you need help.
Yeah, but again, it's so hard because, you know what I'm saying, it's you don't want to push.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? All you could do is put it out there, and if they say no, you got to kind of let it be and then come back later and try again. But you can't just be like, you know, unless they harming themselves.
Right.
You got to just kind of be like, I'm here. You know what I'm saying? If you need me, I'm here, but I'm not going to push. Because a lot of people reached out to me when my mom passed and stuff like that, but everybody respected the boundaries.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'm like, nah, I'm good. Just you reaching out was enough. You know what I'm saying? Thank you. I appreciate that.
Were you with somebody at that time?
Yeah, you know, and it was cool. You know, it was handled well. You know what I mean? It's, you know, there was nothing. Again, there's not much you can do.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's not much you can. All you could do is just be there. And if either they're gonna be open about it or they're not, but you just gotta, you kind of at their calling at that point, kind of like, all right, you know what I'm saying? And some people grieve crazy and ruin relationships.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I've seen people where they was, I know this one guy, his mom passed. He was a Christian, hard dude, turned away from God.
Mm-hmm.
He was mad at God, like, ain't no fucking God. Why would he take my mom? Years later, he came back, but for a long time, he was not the same. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah,
he was not the same. He was a whole different person, man. So, I'm always in the mindset of tragedy and upbringing in New York, whatever you, it can make you go this way, it can make you go that way. You know what I'm saying? Like, I grew up, you know, I mean, I ate every day, but we grew up pretty poor.
Yeah,
but
me too, yeah.
there was nothing I didn't have.
Yeah.
I had clothes, I had a few toys, and we, you know, but I was poor.
But a lavish lifestyle is like,
no, I didn't have a lot. But
yeah.
Some people take that and continue it. Some people take that, but like, I don't never want to see this again.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm saying, like,
yeah.
I was the opposite. Like, I'm getting out of here, bro. I'm not living this life. I'm not working hard. I'm not finna do 35 years on a hard-ass job. You know what I'm saying? I had a different mindset than a lot of my peers I went to school with. They just kind of kept it going because that's what they saw. That's what they, you know.
Did you have any doubt in any points in times? Because it's like, you know, when you're going against the herd or swimming upstream or going, you know, and you see so many of your peers and people doing the same thing. Like, was there any ever doubt in your mind? Like,
but that motivated me more to not do it because I was like, they are doing it, and I'm looking. I'm like, I don't like the results.
Mm-hmm.
I don't like the results that they getting. So I always was just like, but again, remember I told you I never had dealt with peer pressure, which was a, you know, good thing to have, especially growing up in the inner city, to be able to be like, nah, I'm cool, and still was accepted. I still was one of the cool kids.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Even though I didn't do all the crazy stuff.
Yeah, for me, I'm like, I never felt peer pressure in a way of like, I'll never do something just because somebody else is doing it. I'll never wear something just because somebody else is wearing it. I'll never go somewhere just because everybody like, this is the popping place to go. Like, I do whatever the fuck I really want to do. But I love trying shit. Like, I am the type of person, I'm like, I'll try anything once.
Yeah, I can see the wild spirit in you.
I'll try anything
you a wild one. You a wild one.
Wow.
Yeah.
So I'm like, I'll try anything once so I can find myself, and some of my other friends that are too, like, I'm glad you keep a tight circle because you'll be, if you was with the raw people, they'll be like, oh, let's go to this. You'll be like, okay.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, let's try it. Let's see.
Nah,
life is an adventure.
I'm not that dude. I'm the dude like, nah, I'm going to watch you try it.
And see how that work out for you.
Yeah, I'm not going to do it. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I remember growing up, they had the commercial for cocaine. And they had to fry the egg in the pan.
Egg,
yeah, this is your brain on drugs. I never needed those commercials. I'm like, I seen crackheads. I don't want to look like that. I'm not going to do it. Like, I got the best commercial right here where I live. Like, I don't need no damn egg in the fry pan. I just saw a crackhead on the way from home from school. Why would I try that? But see, that's when your personality comes. I'm gonna be able to handle it.
Because there are some crackheads who actually,
see, that's your
okay, I'm
personality.
not drawing a line at crack. You know what I mean? Okay, maybe,
See, that's your personality. Like, I see, the thing is, they not doing the crack right. You know, me, I'm my scary ass, like, nah. And then, growing up, we had
just melt it down, put it in the blunt. Like, wait.
We had the stereotype of crackheads suck dick. I don't want to suck dick. I'm not doing no drug that lead to sucking dick. So that's a no for me.
That will put you in something withdrawal. Like, I'll do anything.
Yeah, I'm not going to suck a dick.
Yeah.
That's a hell of a drug. And you're not even gay?
Right.
I can see if you gay, then it's like, all right, that makes sense.
Yeah, because maybe like, I'm not going to suck a dick. I'm like, that's a normal Wednesday. But, but I see what you mean. It's like, man, like, yeah.
Yeah, I'm not, again, remember I told you I was a visual learner. Oh, that's what? Nah, I'm good.
Like, for me, I guess it would be like, I would never want to sell my pussy. Right. So, like, if I'm a crackhead and I just need $30 fucking dollars to do some crack, I'm going to really be like, what's a pussy? Like, and that's.
Yeah. And more than likely, you probably going to have to sell it to another crackhead because who want crackhead pussy?
Yeah, damn. But see, when I first started to be a crackhead, I wouldn't be full-blown crackhead yet, so I feel like I could still fuck the drug dealer to get it.
Yeah.
But then after a year being on crack,
you gonna fall off. Yeah, and he gonna be like, nah.
He ain't not gonna fuck with me no more.
Nah, he ain't gonna hit that no more.
So I gotta split it with my crackhead bae.
Yeah, I got it.
That's a life I don't want to imagine, Malik. What the fuck?
That's tough to be selling pussy to a crackhead. God damn. That's a tough one. Yeah.
You already got the crack.
No, I'm saying, but
So I'm saying you got some pussy and some crack, just a little less crack because you're giving it to me.
But still, you fucking a crackhead, though, too. But I guess it's not as bad.
But I'm on crack, so I don't feel bad.
Yeah. Y'all both dirty.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you got the crack.
Right, yeah.
It's a come up.
And this may sound crazy, but I think a dirty male is not as dirty as a dirty female.
Oh, yeah, no, for sure. Because y'all don't have a pH aquarium
balance
it's external. To maintain.
It's external, yeah. Yeah. So imagine a dirty...
We literally have an aquarium in our body.
Oh, my God.
Like, we have to maintain the balance of it at all times. A dirty woman?
Oh, God.
Yeah.
I couldn't imagine.
You just would have to ignore it and be on crack.
I can't ignore it. You smell it. You see it.
You think you still smell?
Yeah, you
see like that on crack?
Because you're a crackhead don't mean you can't smell. I would assume crackheads can smell, right? Crackheads, y'all can smell, right?
I just think there's so much dopamine going in your body that you're okay with it.
I guess. I don't know. I don't do
You don't smoke weed, so you don't be playing with your dopamines like that.
I don't drink.
But listen, when you play with your dopamine, you put up with a lot of shit.
Maybe that's why you shouldn't.
We're not here about me, Malik.
Yeah. I think we are, though. I think we are here about you. You know what I'm saying? Get you a breakthrough.
I'm really proud of my growth.
I've heard some growth in this time we've been speaking.
Thank you. No, you have helped me. A lot of things you said, I'm like, you have some great wisdom and game.
I think you got some growth. You know what I mean?
You have a calmness about you that I have to try to smoke to achieve an afro. That's not what it is.
That's what it is.
That ain't what it is.
I'm telling you. I'm always normal. I'm always... You know what it is, though? I'm going to say this, and this is... I'm not a great speaker or philosopher, so some of the stuff I say may not be what I hear it in my head. It come out different. I always felt like, and I'm not even a religious person, but I do believe in God, but I don't believe in religion. But when you say, like, oh, you need the weed, the this and that and this and that, and I think that's true to a certain extent. But I wouldn't minimize that God didn't give you all that you need on your own. If you really apply yourself.
Yeah,
I think God gave you everything that you need. Because you know what I always feel like? You ever see dudes who be out here like they got to drink or they got to smoke, but then they go to jail? But then they come out. Like, how you did it in there?
But people be in jail smoking and
not
drinking.
Everybody.
They be drinking toilet wine.
Not everybody be in there smoking weed. They be drinking
smoking ass weed.
Not everybody. So how did you manage? So that lets me know. Pills. That lets me know your ass ain't needed.
But no, I really can do it, and I feel you on that too, because I now over the last 6 years I'll be like, no, I have to smoke. I have to. But then now some days I'll be like, maybe I'll go a day and see if I could go. Like if I run out of weed, I'll be like, give it a day and then go get it in the morning.
Right.
And see, like, give yourself a tolerance break a little bit to not be like, damn, like, every fucking morning. So I'd be like, even though we're not talking, I go more than 24 hours, I still be like, damn, you gave yourself a 16-hour break.
Right, because at some point, I think now it becomes a dependency.
But also, everybody's brain works different and doesn't put the same amount of chemicals in everybody's brains all the time. And I'd be like, I don't think I have a full-blown mental illness, but I think I do have some type of chemical balance that has to happen because, like I said, I could be really hyper. It sounds like, like when if you fast forward a movie, you're like, that's what my thoughts and heart and body can feel like. And then when I smoke weed, it feel like it's playing normal.
Do you think?
But I always been hyper.
Do you think it was?
That's why they was putting kids on Ritalin.
It's something that was around you doing that? Have you tried not having the weed for like 3-4 days and see what happens? I mean, I
don't enjoy it.
Well, just for I guess research or content purposes, would you try to do that and see? So then you could even come on here and have something to talk about, to be like, it was terrible, I was a horrible person, or it was like, oh wow, I was still kind of myself. I enjoy smoking weed, but I don't need to smoke weed. See, the thing I'm just trying to get you to understand, I don't think you need to smoke weed.
I don't need to smoke weed. I mean, I'm definitely, my body at this point needs, so there's also the withdrawal effect.
You gotta learn how.
For the first 2 weeks, if I'm not smoking weed, you're going to get a headache. I can't eat shit.
But that's everything.
But if I want to drop a quick, 5 pounds, I'll be like, don't smoke weed for 3 days and you'll lose weight because I can't eat shit.
Right.
Because I normally smoke a blunt before I eat anything.
Mm-hmm.
So.
But that's what I'm saying. But for me, I would never want to be that dependent
on anything, yeah.
Not. I mean, if you got some kind of health issue, then yes. But just for regular life, to me, that seems like such a prison. To me.
But it's like I don't feel like it's like I need this. I feel like it's like say if you like fries, but you like your fries with ketchup because it makes it taste better.
Right.
That's weed. It makes life more enjoyable for me.
But I also could just eat the fries.
So if I don't have
ketchup.
High blood pressure yet and I can still have the ketchup, I might spend that 15 calories, Malik, because I enjoy fries with ketchup.
Bro, that's what I'm saying.
I don't want no dry ass fries.
That's what I'm saying.
Life is better with weed for me.
That's what I'm saying. For me, again, I don't want anything like that. I don't want to need ketchup like that. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to have to need ketchup.
If there's no ketchup available and I'm hungry and I have to eat my fries without ketchup, I will.
Right.
But I'll enjoy it more.
Right.
With ketchup.
Right.
I'll enjoy everything more if I smoke before.
I understand. That's what I'm saying. I never, you know what I'm saying? I think people do what they do. For me, because I don't have what's the word? Dependency.
Dependency, yeah.
Even with I had surgery and they gave me Percocet. And people I'm like, I never had a desire to take the shit if I wasn't in pain. I don't have that kind of, I guess, I don't know what it is, the word for it, but I don't have that.
Addictive behavior?
Mm-hmm. So, you know what I'm saying? For me, and I don't want to have to need anything. Not even people. I don't even want to have to need people.
That's real.
Shit, I like to be okay that if your ass be gone, all right.
And there is a lot of mental strength and emotional strength with that. To be able to, not need anything, not need people, Yeah. I don't know if I ever get there. I think.
But I'm saying,
if I get pregnant, I'm going to have to take a 9-month break.
Which means you don't.
And if I don't hate it, then I'll be cool. But if I hate it, I'm going to smoke again after having a baby.
So that means you'll be fine without it. Because if you can go 9 months, what did it say? It say, 21 days to break a habit? Yeah. If you can go 9 months, then you was fine. You know what I'm saying? I think you just need something greater in your life.
But for me, I just enjoy it. It's
fine. That's what I'm saying. I don't think there's nothing wrong with it. If you enjoy it and you don't feel like you need it, I think it's fine.
I could pull back.
If you say you need it, then that's when I feel like there's a problem. But if you just say you enjoy it, I think that's cool.
I feel like I don't need it emotionally or mentally right now, but the only way I would have to need it for it would be just the physical withdrawal of when your body used to smoking every day, you'll get headaches if you don't, it's it is still.
I mean, but that's anything that once you put your, that's like if we don't eat, we get headaches.
Yeah.
So when your body's physically
adjusting
used to something.
But I will say, I don't as much as I did in my early 20s and I emotionally and mentally really needed it.
Right.
Not as much now.
Right. So that's good.
Yeah.
That's good. You take
control. I thank you for this encouragement.
You take control of yourself.
Yeah. But I ain't gonna lie, as soon as you leave, I'm gonna roll up a blunt. But I feel
I just feel like we got all that we need unless we have really something going on. All these people that be, I need a drink. You don't need that. You want it because it's easy. It takes you away from whatever you're running from.
And it is a coping mechanism.
You know what I'm saying?
But
guess what? Once that high come down,
you got to look at yourself and be like, it's the same problem. But to me, I'd be
now
like,
I get high again.
But I could think better and solve my problem better.
But that's why I said, that's why I asked you though, if I date you, who am I dating? I don't know who you really are. It's like I'm dating a bag of weed.
No.
It's like I gotta have this to have the you that you introduced me to. You know what I'm saying? Now we in a situation there's no we. I'm like, I don't know who the hell this person is.
I'm the same person. I might just be a little irritable, but then I also laugh and be like, damn, my bad. I just need to smoke. So it's like I could maybe say one thing to be like, and then be like, oh my God, I'm sorry, that's me. But I still be the same person. I just be a little irritated.
But that's not the same person.
But like you said, if you was hungry or say if you was mad, sleepy, and tired, and you haven't slept all fucking day, you was traveling in the airport, and somebody do something to you, and because you're so tired, you snap on them a little bit. You're not your normal happy self. So that's how I feel. It's like you're still you. You was just tired as fuck. You needed to sleep.
Right.
I'm still me. I just needed to smoke a blunt.
Right. Yeah. Okay.
You know, it's like,
I mean, it's a stretch, but I hear you. You stretching it because we was born having to sleep. We wasn't born having to smoke weed. You know what I'm saying? When I was 5, I still needed to sleep.
Well, when I was 5, I ain't had these adult problems, you know?
So you stretching it, but okay.
I'm still me. It's not at my best right now.
It's almost like I be like, hey.
It's not at my best. Hey. No, for real. And I'm like,
you know, I gotta be
it's
like,
not this whole problem. But to me, I would love dating another weed smoker and shit too, because it's like, man, you gonna argue less. You really could smoke and talk your shit out, like.
So could you date somebody that didn't smoke weed?
As long as they didn't judge me and they didn't have like a problem and I could smoke weed around them.
Right.
Like there's one guy I was talking to, he don't drink or smoke, but he hated the smell of weed and I couldn't smoke weed around him.
Yeah, like you couldn't smoke in my car. Yeah, so that wouldn't work. You can't smoke in my car or in my house. Because I don't smoke. So that's why, I think it makes sense for you to say that it'd be easier to date somebody that smokes. That makes sense.
Or just let me smoke in they shit.
No, you can smoke, not in my shit. You know what I'm saying? You can't smoke in my shit. Because I don't smoke. I don't want my car smell like smoke, and I don't smoke.
And I wouldn't even smell
one time
I
was going on the road with this one comedian. I had just started. I was driving. This motherfucker lit a cigarette. I was like, "Fuck you doing, dog?" Like
now, see, I wouldn't smoke a cigarette or something like that.
Smoke in my car.
To me, weed smoke don't smell like cigarette smoke.
It still smell like something.
Weed smell like an air freshener.
No, weed smell like weed.
It's sweet. It's
to you.
I love the smell of weed.
Of course you do. I think we got
but
that.
Like cigarette smoke and tobacco smoke, I don't really like the smell of that. But I actually like the smell of weed.
Cause you like weed.
I do.
Yeah. It's certain colognes I don't like. It's certain colognes I like.
Yeah.
Yeah, but like that's what I'm saying. Like I'm honest with myself. Like I can't date nobody that smokes.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe I could date somebody that occasionally smokes.
Mm-hmm.
But if somebody that they wake up, they got smoke.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Nah, cause
you
can't be in my bed and have my pillow smell like weed, and then you gone, and now I smell weed all over my pillow, and you know what I'm saying. So yeah, it's a you know, I mean,
cause I love to wake up and the dude I'm with
smoke.
has already rolled a blunt for me. See, you know what I mean? That's true love.
That's love right there.
You know?
Yeah.
That's like, oh yes.
Yeah.
So
I get it. That makes sense if that's what you do. Then.
But I will check in with my inner child to explore and remember who I was before I started smoking weed, because you know there was a version of Cynthia that dealt with life problems without smoking weed.
There was a version of you. I think God
I need
made
to be able
you
to channel her.
Yeah, you didn't have weed for a lot of shit you went through, and you somehow.
I don't see me quitting forever, but yeah.
I don't think you need to quit. You know what I'm saying? I would never say I don't think you need to quit. I just say I think you should not depend on it.
Yeah.
I think you're greater than
that. I'll do my homework for that, to really remember who I was as a kid before like really smoking weed, because it's been so much, like from 16 to now it's been so much, like half my life I've been smoking weed.
Yeah.
So it would be like like just looking at that, exploring
especially if you I know there's one comic, she started doing comedy. She's like, I gotta have a drink on stage, and I was like, why? She's like, it's just, you know what I'm saying, it something relaxes me or something. I say, no, it just makes you not care.
Yeah.
And I say, if you don't care, how you gonna get better?
And
you know what I'm saying?
I really, because in starting and doing stand up, I really was like, that's one of the reasons I really like doing stand up, because I was like, that's the only thing I have to do absolutely sober. I can't smoke or drink at all. Like 2 to 3 hours before, I don't smoke weed, and like I'll be in the green room and everybody be smoking weed, and I'll be like, no,
right,
because I smoked before getting on stage, and I just was like, I couldn't even hear my voice, I couldn't hear my thoughts. I just was like, oh, because my adrenaline is pumping so much.
Right.
I need to be so clear-headed, because this is actually, you got to remember what the fuck you even wanted to say. You can get in one joke, and then you add shit to it, and then you're like, okay, but what was my next joke? You got to be quick on your feet. You got to, so hosting, acting, writing, doing anything else in the entertainment industry, I could smoke before. Stand-up is like the only thing I really got to be like, nah, like I don't like to smoke or drink at all.
Right.
Well, so
you know your limits, so that's dope. You know who you are.
I'm learning, not yet. Kinda.
Yeah. I mean,
and I'm open to me learning who I am every day.
You got an idea.
You're gonna be different 10 years from now. You're not gonna be the same Malik.
I hope to be.
There's gonna be different things about you.
Well, I'm saying I would hope to be. It would suck if I'd be the same person 10 years.
Oh, I thought you said I hope to be the same person.
No,
I'm
no.
like,
I hope to be different.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I ain't even the same dude that I walked in here.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? We should all evolve. We should all be butterflies.
Yeah.
Caterpillars into butterflies.
It's the fun of life, is learning. Like, even when I make mistakes, I'm like, oh, I learned that about myself, is that I don't do good handling this. Oh, I learned that I can't set this time for that. And then, I learned,
Yeah, I mean, like you said, you know your triggers, so you in a good space.
Yeah.
If you know your triggers, then you wise enough to know what not to let trigger you.
Yeah.
And I'm sure that took time.
It did. It took me being triggered a lot of times to be like, oh, I can't keep letting people press this button.
Exactly, yeah.
But I had to do the work to realize why I have that trigger.
Sometimes you gotta know how to end the phone call. We're done. I'm
gonna hit you later.
Yeah, this is it. We're done.
Go. Hey, I'm getting another call. Hold on, it's my mom. I'm gonna hit you.
Yeah, because I already see this is not gonna. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm not finna be mad all day.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You gotta learn how to just.
I found excuse, but I also realized too, when other people use an excuse, get a phone, like, hold on, wait, I gotta take this call, or like, oh, hold on, I'm gonna hit you. It be like, yeah, like, we was hitting a point of the conversation neither of us need to be having right now. Like, we triggering the fuck out of each other. We got to get off the phone. Like, what are we doing?
Right.
So I'm learning. But this is the inner child check-in. And for the listeners, I've been trying this thing at the end of every podcast where we really do take the time to check in with our inner child. So we're going to take 3 deep breaths.
Oh, okay.
And
together?
Yes, together. And then I'm going to ask you a question, but I'm asking the little Malik in you, the version of you where you just remember being happy and excited for the world, like just the most innocent part of you that you remember. So we're going to take 3 deep breaths and remember these little kids inside of us that saw the world as such an innocent view before anything happened to us. And then we're going to ask ourselves a question. Okay, you ready?
Mm-hmm.
Here, first breath.
Okay.
We're inhaling. We're finding our happy place.
Okay.
Exhaling. Breath 1, second breath. How you visualize, you picturing your hair, your style, your clothes, the smells of the city that you grew up in. Exhaling. Third breath. We're inhaling. We're seeing the little versions of ourselves. And we're exhaling. Now we're going to answer a question that really is talking to ourselves. And you say this to the little version of you. I'm proud of you for.
Oh, I'm telling my little version. Never being a follower. It's easy. It's been my whole life.
Did you think when you was younger that you appreciated that as much as you realized as an adult how important that was?
I think as an adult I appreciate it more, but I think as a kid back then I was also just not a follower and also scared of my mom. A little bit of both put together.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I didn't, and as I got older I realized it wasn't even so much scared. I think it was disappointment. But it was a little fear and disappointment. Like I didn't want to disappoint my mom. Although I did do a lot of dumb stuff still, but
fear of disappointment.
I never went to the full throttle of like going to jail and stuff like that. got suspended, but you know.
I do tell my mom in that too, when I try to make her mentally prepare me for her leaving if she go before me, because, you know, knock on wood, we never know what happens or who go first. But I'm just like, I be telling her, I'm like, because I have 4 of the siblings, and I'm kind of the strongest emotionally, but I'm like, I'm gone. Like, when you're gone, like, I'm just like, I'm wild the fuck out. Like, I'm gone. Like, nothing's.
I hate to tell you this, your mom probably want to go before you.
I know she does. I'm like, I don't know if I can.
Nobody wants to bury a kid.
Nobody does. Yeah. But I just be like, man, like, yeah, to mentally hold on after that point when I'm so close to you is like,
you will.
That's what she tell me too. She's like, well, you'll have love and you'll have kids with him. But I'm like, nigga, I'm 39. I ain't got no kids. I ain't got no husband. I ain't got shit. Like, I still just got you. So I'm like, okay, I do have to find my own, you know, having kids and then losing, because seeing her lose her mom, it's like, you have us. You have your kids. It's, you know, it is circle of life. But yeah.
Yeah.
When I tell myself and I'm like, I'm proud of you, let me see. It's like, I'm proud of you for still being soft-hearted. Like, I'm proud of you for, like, never getting bitter. And
that's good.
And never letting anything that hurts you, like, make you angry and mean and hateful to other people.
Yeah.
So I'm really proud of you, because there's so many times where I could have just been like, I'm done. I'm just going to be a bad fucking person now. Yeah. Fuck everybody.
I've been bitter. I haven't been hateful.
You don't think
Definitely been bitter. No, I think hateful is you take action. Mm-hmm. Bitter is just kind of like to yourself.
Yeah.
You know, hateful, you put some motion and you do things to make, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's like when people be like, especially in the black community, somebody be like, oh, what you think about Beyonce's last album? Be like, like, oh, you a hater. Oh, you ask me, how am I a hater? Like,
I don't like it.
I'm not out here volunteering and telling people not to go by. That's a hater.
Yeah, going to her page,
right, and just like
I
telling
hate
people,
album.
y'all don't get it. Y'all don't need to. But that's hating.
Jay-Z should have cheated on you.
But you ask me, how is that hating? I'm not out here sharing and telling people not to. When somebody's trying to stop your progress, that's hateful. But I could be bitter. Mm-hmm. That's to myself. I keep that to myself and be like, you know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So I've been bitter. I think that's just regular human emotions.
It is. But I've seen people be so bitter they can't love new people.
Right.
They can't be nice anymore. They can't give any inch of their emotional or physical or material. They can't give anything of themselves because they're holding on to it so tight.
They hurting people that didn't hurt them.
Yeah.
Because they can't get to the person that hurt them.
Yeah.
That happens a lot.
And I never wanted to be that person.
You know what I'm saying? It's like what it's called, this misplaced anger.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I can't get to the person that did me dirty.
So I'm just mad at everybody, and I hate everybody.
Or I'm going to hate you because you remind me of that person.
Yeah.
Yeah, that happens.
Well, I hope this has been a good inner child check-in for you.
Yeah, I told you I was good.
You were good, and you gave you gave a lot of game and a lot of insights, and it was nice hearing your memories and your life. I like seeing how people came up and you know what they're made of and how they were brought up. So thanks for coming on the podcast.
Appreciate it. You know, go light you one up, and you know.
Mm-hmm. And thank you to all the listeners who decided to check in with their inner child today. And I just want to say, from my inner child to yours, I'm sending you peace, love, and happiness. And yeah, remember something that you used to like to do as a kid and go do it today. Whatever it was. Coloring, drawing.
Not if it's cocaine.
I don't think as an 8-year-old I hope you wasn't a cocaine bearer at 18. At 8, I mean.
Well, not at 8. I didn't know how young you was going to be.
8. Yeah. What was your 8-year-old you, 10-year-old you like?
I don't even really remember. Just being a regular kid.
Nothing
pops up like.
I love pink and I loved glitter so much. It made me so happy. So maybe today I'll just go get some pink and glittery.
I love He-Man.
So yes, go watch an E-Man episode or something and just.
Flintstones and He-Man. Shit.
Yeah. But we're sending love to your inner child, and we hope that it makes it easier for you to be an adult, remembering who you are inside. Bye, y'all.
Peace.